Well, this is really a wonderful experience for me. I'm truly honored by being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I've been thinking about what kinds of things to say and to whom I should thank. And I think the number one person is a gentleman who I marched with in the Phantom Regiment and who started the process of my induction into the Hall of Fame. And that's Jim Wren, who I marched with. Thank you, Jim. I really appreciate it. We were seat partners on the bus, and we have been with the Phantom Regiment pretty much ever since those early days. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve the young men and women in the Phantom Regiment. And I would like to thank the board of directors for putting up with me for all these years. Rick Valenzuela, our executive director, Tim Farrell, Dan Farrell, thank you for letting me be your advisor. I don't know how much you listen to me, but I think I see a few things out there that, I've suggested. I think the most important thing, though, came from a young man who has been with the Corps for 4 years, and last week thanked me for taking care of him. And he came up and said, "Thank you, Dr. Dan. I really appreciate your taking care of me." This young man had a pretty serious problem, medical problem. And of all the things that I've done in the Corps, being coordinator and director and board of directors, I think I get the most pleasure from taking care of the young men and women, their medical conditions, their emotional state. They're constantly coming up with odd things happening to them. And this young man had a pretty serious condition. And he said, "You know what, Dr. Dan, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And you don't have to worry about me anymore because I'm going to be aging out." And I thought to myself, oh no. And I told him, I said, "Well, thank you very much, but you know what? Your aging out is wonderful for you. You've been here for 4 years. I'm going to miss you, but don't think that I don't enjoy taking care of you, because I really do." And so that is really one of the joys of my life, is to have been with the Phantom Regiment and taking care of the young men and women, their needs, their wants, their hurting. So I think, if anything, in terms of the creative process, I've enjoyed that, yes. I've enjoyed being on the staff, instructing, and certainly being on the board of directors, but taking care of the young men and women who come through the Corps and listening to what they say to me over the last month or so on the Facebook and on emails, thanking me for having a positive influence in their lives. So that's really key. And I think of all the years that I've been in it, in terms of marching, was wonderful. It truly changed my life. I would not have gone to medical school, I'm certain of it, if it weren't for the Phantom Regiment. And if I didn't march and learn the discipline and the hard work and picking myself up when things are not so good. So all of those things I appreciate, but the most important thing, I think, is to take a look at what's happening now with the young men and women. And I get letters from those who are in symphony orchestras and all the band directors, all the thousands of young men and women who have been through the Corps, and who are thanking me for touching their lives in such a positive way. So that's really what it's all about, and I wouldn't give this up for anything. And if I could do it for the next 56 years, I would, and I will continue to do it until you guys at this front table get rid of me, and I hope that's not soon. Thanks to my brother, Kenny, and his wife, Cheryl, and my friend Joyce for coming tonight. Thank you very much at our front table. I appreciate your being here. Thank you all so very much.